But let's take it straight to the market opening now. It's very, very flat. Not a bad thing considering that, we have a negative global cues. So the market is resilient at 19,500. The Nifty Bank is the one that is holding up this morning. The Bank Nifty is up about 50 points. The mid-cap index is flat as well. ICICI Bank is really batting for the bulls this morning, so 1% higher there, followed by Nestle, Adani Enterprises, Bajaj Finance, HDFC Bank. So you have ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, SBI, and, something like an Adani Ports that's just holding up in the green right now. On the downside, though, Kotak Mahindra Bank is your top loser, down about 1.5%. Balkrishna Industries in the broader markets is down almost 1.5%, so keep an eye out on that. And then you have the larger stocks like TCS, L&T, Apollo Hospitals, Cipla that are under a bit of pressure, HCL Tech, Titan, etc. are also in the red. But net, it is an absolutely flat start to the market. The advanced decline ratio is actually positive, has over 1,300 stocks on the advancing side, but a lot of earnings reactions like JSW Energy, Amber Enterprises, Balkrishna Industries. Nigel will talk more about that, but largely a quiet.
Well, that's right, Sonia. A few stocks, though, are moving around. JNFC, they're going to be considering a buyback on 8th of November, so that stock was up by close to 2%. Ipca Laboratories, the US FDA has classified their Ratlam facility as a VAI, this voluntary action indicated. Remember, this facility has been under import alert since January 2015, so that's one stock that's popped up a good 4%. You have Bansali Engineering, smaller stock out there. The numbers look pretty okay. The stock was up close to 2%. Rosari Biotech as well. That's another stock that was reacting positively in pre-open. So Bansali is as flat as can be. Now pull up Rosari. Volumes were not very high, but it had opened up well in the green. Stocks that are lower, though, post their numbers. You have Amber, that's a little bit lower, post its numbers. Let's pull that stock up. Suntech as well had opened up in the red in pre-open, so that stock is well under pressure. Amber now down close to around 7%. Laurus Laboratory, well, it saw a recovery in Friday's second half. The street liked the fact that there was a recovery on margins on sequential basis. So that one's pulled back a good 3.5%. Rajratan Bios as well was a little bit low, so that's another stock that should come up in the screen. PNB Gills, pre-open the stock was down close to around 8 to 9%. Let's see what it settled at as we speak. So that's another stock that should come up in the screen. And Suzlon, last few days has been seeing a lot of fund action. So, that one comes up for you on the screen as well. The volumes are very, very high in pre-open. Prashant.
Nigel, the stock of the moment seems to be BSE. That is Bombay Stock Exchange. It'll come up on your screen. 5.5% higher. Stocks at about 1671. There is a IIFL note, and we'll actually try and have the BSE management join us, as well. BSE has increased its equity option tariff by between 3 and 6.5 times. This is a note from IIFL over the weekend. IIFL basically has increased their price target, earnings estimates by between 25 and 35% for FY25 and FY26. So this is, what's come through for BSE. Look at the volumes as well. It's the top traded gainer, volume-led gainer on the market right now. So that's quite something. What else? Suzlon, I think you mentioned 5%, stocks at about 33. Again, huge volumes on Suzlon. I think result reactions mostly we took note of. Credit Access, I think, is up their guidance, and markets like it 5% higher. It's a top-tier microfinance company. There is Poonawalla FinCorp, which reported numbers 2% higher. IDBI Limited is up about 2%. Bombay Dyeing is up, but Bombay Burma was up sharply on Friday, and it's up another 3.5% this morning as well. So that's something which is coming through. Cochin Shipyard is up about 2.5-3% or so, and so on and so forth. On the downside, maybe just take a quick look. So 1,000 stocks are up. Actually, 1,050 stocks are up and 850 stocks are lower right now. Kotak is the top loser, 2% lower, and volume-led loser, by the way, at this point. And Paytm is down about 1.25% flattish on Paytm. Laurus, no respite really. Numbers have been poor once again. So 3% lower on Laurus, 389, just under 390. MMTC is down. MMTC, of course, we've been mentioning the low float stock theme. Stocks come off quite a bit. It's another 4% lower. Amber, I think we mentioned Amber, 8% lower on Amber. Stocks at about 2,800. So that's a large cut coming through this morning in terms of overall trade. So, The market's up 6 points. So after everything said and done, at least at the index level, things balance out, and you don't have very much at all on the Nifty. So not even a dip, but absolutely a flat kind of start. And from that point, the market's kind of moved on. So 19,500 still being held, and we're about 50 points on top of that. Our